June 20th, 2006. Paderborn, Germany, a warm summer night. 21-year-old nursing student Frauke Liebs enjoys an evening out with colleagues at a local pub. Laughter, conversation, shared moments of friendship.
I'm leaving now. I'll be home soon.
Around 11 p.m., Frauke decides to head home. She sends a text message to her boyfriend, letting him know she's on her way. A message that would be her last trace for a long time. Frauke never arrived home. Hours passed. Worry morphed into dread. Her boyfriend, frantic, contacted her family. The police were alerted. The search for Frauke Liebs had begun.
Frauke was known for her warm nature and responsible demeanor. She wouldn't just vanish.
The disappearance sent ripples of shock through the quaint German town. The initial investigation focused on her personal life, her relationships, any possible reason for her to disappear voluntarily. But every lead hit a dead end. Days turned into weeks. Hope dwindled with each passing moment. The mystery of Frauke Liebs deepened, casting a long shadow over Paderborn. Her loved ones clung to the hope of her return, but a chilling premonition began to settle in. Something was terribly wrong. In a chilling turn of events, Frauke's phone remained active for days after her disappearance. Disturbingly, she wasn't texting or calling for help. Instead, she was making brief, cryptic calls to her loved ones. One call to her roommate, a short, hushed conversation. Frauke's voice was barely a whisper, a stark contrast to her usual vibrant tone.
I'll be home soon.
She spoke of returning soon, but her words lacked conviction. Fear and confusion laced her voice. Another call to her boyfriend, the same unsettling pattern.
I love you.
A strained "I love you" uttered with a chilling lack of emotion. Her words offered no explanation, no indication of her whereabouts, only deepening the mystery. These weren't the calls of someone who chose to disappear. These were the desperate pleas of a captive, controlled and manipulated, unable to reveal the horrors of her situation. With each passing call, the hope of finding Frauke safe and sound dwindled, replaced by a chilling fear for her safety. Amidst the growing dread, Frauke made one final heart-wrenching call. On June 27, 2006, her sister received a call. The voice on the other end was unmistakable, yet laced with a bone-chilling despair.
I'll be home soon.
Frauke whispered, her voice trembling. But this time, there was something different. A subtle shift in her tone, an undercurrent of urgency. Before her sister could respond, before she could plead for answers, the line went dead. It was the last time anyone would ever hear Frauke's voice. The silence that followed was deafening. The investigation intensified. Police analyzed the calls, desperately searching for clues in the background noise, the tone of her voice, anything that could lead them to her. But Frauke's abductor was a phantom, leaving no trace, no digital footprint.
It was the last time I heard her voice. The silence was unbearable.
The mystery deepened, and the hope of finding Frauke alive faded with each passing day. Months later, on October 6, 2006, a gruesome discovery shattered the lingering hope. A group of hunters stumbled upon skeletal remains in a wooded area near Lichtenau, a town approximately 40 kilometers from Paderborn.
Dental records confirmed our worst fears. The remains were those of Frauke Liebs. The news sent shockwaves through Paderborn, turning the mystery into a murder investigation.
The location of her body provided little comfort, no answers. It was a remote area, far from prying eyes, suggesting a calculated and cold-blooded killer. Forensic experts examined the scene, searching for any trace of evidence, any clue that could lead them to Frauke's abductor.
But the killer had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only silence and a community grappling with the horror of a young life taken too soon.
Despite an extensive investigation, the case of Frauke Liebs remains unsolved. Years have turned into over a decade, yet her killer remains a phantom, a chilling enigma that continues to haunt Paderborn.
Numerous suspects were investigated, their lives dissected, their alibis scrutinized. Every lead, every potential breakthrough ultimately led to a dead end. The lack of DNA evidence, the absence of a clear motive, the phantom-like precision of the abductor, all contributed to the frustrating standstill.
The case, with its eerie details and lack of answers, has become one of Germany's most baffling unsolved mysteries. It serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of everyday life, the random acts of cruelty that can shatter lives and leave communities grappling with unanswered questions.
The lack of closure only amplifies the pain for Frauke's loved ones. The inability to bring her killer to justice, to understand the why and how of her tragic fate, leaves a wound that refuses to heal.
The mystery of Frauke Liebs is a chilling tapestry, woven with unanswered questions. Who was holding her captive? What were their motives? Why was she allowed to make those brief, haunting calls? And why, after days of silence, was her life brutally cut short?
Theories abound, ranging from a stalker fixated on Frauke to a random act of violence. Yet none of these theories fully encompass the chilling details, the calculated cruelty, the phantom-like nature of the crime.
The case serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life, the random acts of violence that can shatter our sense of security. It's a reminder that even in the seemingly safe havens of our communities, darkness can lurk and monsters can walk among us.
Frauke's story is a plea for justice, a demand for answers. It's a call to remember, to keep her memory alive in the hope that one day her killer will be found and the truth, however painful, will be revealed.